What is going on, everybody? It is HJ Talk Sports. I'm Joe. That's Harry. And this is your 2 day later West Virginia versus Maryland post game show. Uh, yeah.
A
So
reaction. WVU reaction.
it's
It's
our
not a
late
good one.
reaction. We were going to post a video yesterday, but I thought, you know what? Normally, we're going to do our reaction on the podcast. So we'll wait till Monday because this is when it normally come out. So if you want to see our post game analysis, they'll come out Monday for Steelers West Virginia. Boy. Let me just start this conversation by saying I blame myself for this. I've been a West Virginia fan for almost 30 something odd years now. I guess depending on what age you truly consider me a fan. I buy into it every year. I buy the lies. I believe the hype. All the reporters and the coaches telling me how good it is. Every year I fall for it. And every year as a West Virginia fan, I'm disappointed. I was hoping this year my disappointment would at least wait till like week 5. But here we are in week 1. I was told this offseason Jarrett Daggy was a different quarterback, Harry. I was told that our wide receivers would not drop passes, Harry. I was told Neil Brown was the guy, Harry. Which I don't know if he's not. But West Virginia dropped an egg. I don't even know what you call it, against Maryland. They lost. I'm once again been lied to. We predicted a win. And it did not happen. We lost 30-24. Second halves sucked. You go ahead. I need to collect myself for a second. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was tough. I was expecting more, and like we had said all summer, this was a must-win game. This was a huge game, and you lose this game, and you could be setting yourself up for a very bad season. And I think more likely than not, you're looking at starting 1-3. Virginia Tech looked good on Friday. They beat North Carolina.
Virginia Tech upset UNC, and you mean to tell me after losing to Maryland, you're going to go win that game?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully this is a fluky thing, and maybe the team just needed to get together.
It didn't look fluky. It looked bad.
Yeah.
Jared Daggy didn't look any different. He looked like he did in the bowl game before he got pulled. He looked like he did last year. He had some bad throws. He called a timeout when West Virginia had no timeouts. He had an intentional grounding because he got nervous from the pocket collapsing. He didn't look good. He didn't look like he knew what was going on. He did not look like a senior quarterback that was taking this team to a 9-3 season that was beating Texas, Harry.
Well, I mean, we had heard Neil Brown had said, he had improved tremendously. He was going to be much better this year. And what did we see? What I saw was he's not the guy.
He looked the same. I didn't see anything different than I've seen before.
He's not a guy that's going to put you in the top half of the Big 12.
Mm-mm.
You may be lucky to have a winning season.
Yes.
And now he cost us.
He did cost us, especially in the second half. I mean, he had opportunity. There was that one play that was an interception No. Sam James, I think in the second half, had a huge catch. I don't know. Huge catch. We're like in the red zone. And he threw an interception 2 plays later. Mm-hmm. And it completely, I think Maryland came down and scored on that drive. At least put up 3. And that might have been when they tied the game or passed us on that drive. That was an interception. There should have been a score. That should have been the put away.
Mm-hmm.
And we had like 2 or 3 opportunities to put that game away. And they either couldn't score or they turned the ball over.
For me, there were two big moments where I feel like his mistake cost us pretty dearly. I think it was the second quarter. We got the fourth down stop,
Mhm.
and then it was either first down or second down. He just throws it up and it gets picked. I don't know
Yes.
what he was doing.
Couple of those
The
throws.
momentum was just gone.
Mhm.
Then we stopped them. They punt it, and then we have to muff punt. And next thing you know, Maryland goes down and scores.
Yep.
Um, that was a big one to me. And then you're in the fourth quarter, you're down by 2,
Mhm.
and I'll give a little bit of credit because the cornerback made a play. He was guarding somebody else, saw it coming, but maybe he's putting a little too much air under the ball, giving the cornerback a chance to get back.
Oh yeah.
But you can't
He
throw
did.
that.
He does that a
You can't.
lot. He would air it out with like 3 defensemen around. Like he
You
has
can't
no
have
zip
that.
on his ball.
You have to get a field goal. You have to take the lead there.
Yeah.
That's dumb. Dumb.
And it's a lot of people on social media afterward were giving it to Neil Brown hard for sticking with Deggy. Not only after last year, but in that game and putting his faith in him. A lot of people, say Neil Brown should be on the hot seat. And this is interesting because we actually had a video, one of our very first West Virginia videos from like our second show ever. The video got 6. I think it's still sitting at 6 views to this day, called "Is Neil Brown the Guy?" And we said this is a very critical season. Since then, if you've watched us during the off season, man, I've been on the Neil Brown bandwagon with his recruiting and his message and everything he says. I've been on board. But at the end of the day, you got to win football games. And I'm not like some of these people where I'm calling for his head yet, but I don't know. One thing I was thinking during the game, and I was going to ask you, is Neil Brown boring? Is he too boring?
He doesn't have a super flashy style. Maybe it's the players that we have. Maybe he needs a QB to do it.
Yeah. Is he just boring and it's on the team? Or like you said, is it he's boring because he has to be right now? Do we not have the players to do anything better? Because that offense is boring and his personality is kind of boring, which I kind of liked after having Holgerson flip his shit on the sideline every game. I kind of like someone more control. But if that's how he's going to run his offense,
we have no deep threat at receiver.
Yeah.
There's nobody that's stretching the field. I didn't see anybody do that. Not once. It was a bunch of short passes. It would make somebody miss or they'd be open and they'd run it.
Yeah.
Nothing deep. Nobody, no reason to play 2 high safeties, which hurts the running game. Makes it even harder because then you have more people down low. I mean, they tried to go deep and no success.
Yeah. Well, Daggy's arm's not any good, so that's a big problem. He's lobbing him up because he has no accuracy, I feel like.
I mean, that's short. I mean, Winston Wright, I thought played really well.
Yeah, he had a good game.
He was electric. He had some big returns. Yeah, he had the one muffed punt, but
yeah,
I'll forgive him for that. He pretty much put us in a great spot to win the game with some big returns, and we messed it up. But
offense couldn't do anything. And that's another thing a lot of people have been angry about was Letty Brown had no carries in the fourth quarter. I think he only had 4 in the third quarter, after having over 100 yards receiving and running in the first half. A lot of people are blaming Neil Brown for that. I feel like Maryland shut him down and they had to go away from him.
Well, I mean, they didn't have to worry about anybody beating them over top, so they just put more people in the box.
Exactly. So a lot of people were saying, you didn't play Letty Brown enough, put him in. But Maryland shut him down, guys. He couldn't run anywhere because when there's no deep threat, I mean, it's the same problem. We're a Steelers channel, by the way, if you don't know. And we talk about a lot what the Steelers ran into last year. It's the same thing. When you have no run game, or you have no where to throw, or I'm mixing up. When you're one threat, when you only have one threat, defenses, it's easy. With the Steelers, there was no run game, so you just watch the receivers. You don't have to watch the line. With West Virginia, Daggy can't go deep. So what do? You stuff the MVP on the team. And they did that. I mean, you got to give Maryland credit. Letty ran all over him early, and I even wrote my game notes. Letty's ability to turn nothing into something is spectacular. Like, you look at a play, and it looks like it's a 2-yard play, and he gets hit, but he busts off, and then he makes 10 yards out of it.
He played well. I mean, he did really well.
He did early, but Maryland stuffed him. And
as
West Virginia, the defense knows, guys.
He got screwed on that. That should have been pass interference. It was a deep pass, and a linebacker was all over him.
That was a terrible call. And that was another.
I mean, that was probably your closest thing to a deep threat. Your running back.
Yeah.
rolling down the field. I mean,
that's what I feel like this season is going to be. I mean, if Letty Brown, they might as well use him as quarterback too. They're using him everywhere. You're going to be throwing to him. You're going to be running it, blocking. I mean, he's your only player I feel like that I have faith in, and he got shut down. One player I liked, I thought Ryan had a big game, man. He had a good catch up the middle. He had a couple nice catches. He looked solid. Esdale looked good on offense. He had some good catches. Sam James, he had a big catch in the fourth, but he struggled early. A lot of drop passes.
He started off really shaky.
Yeah. He kind of made up for it. He looked a lot better in the fourth quarter and at the end of the game, but a lot of drop passes early.
It was a crazy game. I mean, the beginning of the game, it looked like the defense couldn't stop anything. And it was going to be a rough year, but the defense and the offense was on fire and looked like they had improved like crazy.
Yeah.
And wow, we're going to have an electric offense. After the first quarter, the defense was playing phenomenal, and the offense did nothing except kept giving Maryland the ball and giving them a chance to win.
I mean, you're right. After the first few plays of the game, I was like, man, Deggy is better. This is going to be the year. And then he went back to his old self. Everyone, it's funny. They were talking about during the broadcast, he was at 20% body fat, and now he's at 9% body fat. His body fat's so much better because he's taking it seriously. And it just made me think of that meme floating around about Mac Jones next to Cam. Have you seen the meme?
Mm-hmm.
Mac Jones with the muffin top, looking like every guy at the tailgate. And then you got shredded Cam. It says, this guy's your quarterback. This guy got cut. I mean, body fat, you can't make a QB if you're not a QB.
He reminds me a bit of Skylar Howard. Maybe a little bit better thrower, but just can't. He's good. He's going to play hard, but he's not going to win you the big games.
He just doesn't got it. He doesn't got it. He's not a quarterback, a Big 12 quarterback that's going to come out and, beat Texas, beat TCU. I don't have faith in that game now. I don't know.
And we don't have the guys around him to elevate him.
That too. He doesn't have help. I mean, he's got Letty Brown, but the line didn't look good. I mean, there was plays early, like you said, the line looked really good where Daggy felt like he had all day in the pocket. And then there was other plays where he got sacked like 2 or 3 plays in a row.
I think the tackles were a little weak. I think the interior of the line was okay.
Yeah.
Good.
The edge was weak.
The tackles were letting guys come through.
That's true. Our boy,
getting beat.
Zach Frazier from Fairmont had a great game. I thought he was the best part of that line. He looked solid.
He played
well. Doug Nestor, he was kind of up and down. He had some good plays, but they were definitely the best part of that line. You're right. The tackles and the edge was weak, and it collapsed a lot. How confident? I mean, you said it. If we lose 9-3, might be 3-9. Are you feeling 3-9?
I definitely don't feel 9-3 anymore.
No, I don't either. And I hate to be that guy that gives up after one loss, but
yeah,
it's the same shit as last year.
I don't want to jump on it, but I would think after that first game, I could see us 6-6.
Could be, yeah.
I think you're going to start 1-3.
Mm-hmm.
You still have Texas, you still have Iowa State, you have Oklahoma State, you have Kansas State. I don't feel good about any game except for Kansas.
Kansas won their first game in like 3 seasons, Harry.
That's the only game I
They
feel
could
like
be
we're
on the
gonna
come
win.
up right now.
The rest of the games we could lose. Baylor, Texas, TCU. TCU looked good. Oklahoma struggled. They survived their game,
They did, and I was thinking, boy, Oklahoma's struggling. This might be
but
it. And then I saw our game. I was like, nope, it's
we
not.
don't look good enough.
No.
And they're gonna get it together and probably beat the brakes off us.
So
We're not gonna be able to score with them. No way.
Well, I guess that's the how long does Neil Brown ride this ship and not try to go to green?
If you see, there's one thing losing games that you're supposed to lose,
Yeah.
and then you can't blame that on the quarterback. When you lose a game or lose a game that you're supposed to win like this, and you can definitely point to situations where the quarterback caused you. I've seen people already calling for it. And before the season, I said he had a very long leash being a senior and having the experience, but I hate to do it, but after one game, I think the next time he plays like this, you got to take him out.
That's what same thing on Twitter. I've seen about 90% of what WVU Twitter calling for Garrett Green. And
I think
my opinion is, I think a coach that would make that, I don't want a coach to make a knee jerk reaction like that. I feel like this is your guy. You build it up. I want the coach to stick with him, but the leash is so goddamn short now. I definitely don't want him to ride him out through the season. I don't want him to be that loyal. So I would say, yeah, if you go, these next few weeks, if you're 1-3, I think we would have to see Garrett Green at that point.
I think you play Garrett Green next week because you're going to play an easy team.
Yeah.
You get him a half of playing time, get him some experience. And then if he struggles against Virginia Tech, you put him in.
Yeah.
You don't give him the whole game. Don't let him be the reason you lose again. Because if that's the reason we lose a bunch of games, Neil Brown's going to be in the hot seat at the end of the year.
Yeah. I think so. Like I said, I don't want a coach that just abandons his whole game plan after one game. I don't think that says something good about a coach. But man, don't go down with the ship. Don't lose the whole season because you're sticking behind your guy that hasn't done anything ever. Bring on the Nico Marchio era, man. I'm ready for it. Give me next season.
Same.
I don't know.
I'm ready.
Garrett Green, I've heard good things about him. Maybe he can do something. Let's freaking see him. Let's run up 30 points in the first half, and then let's see what Garrett Green has next week.
You lose nothing by trying.
If I'm feeling that confident against Long Island, though, I don't know.
I put him in a half. Put him in the second half.
Yeah,
at least
you have to. At least so in the Virginia Tech game, you feel comfortable that he's touched the ball and he's had some drives. You have to. Now,
I think you got the perfect opportunity to get him some reps in the game.
You do.
Because you might use him in Virginia Tech.
Exactly. You don't want to not play him and then in Virginia Tech not know. Give him a warm up so he has an opportunity. Because if I had to put my money on anything right now, and some mofos in the comments were saying, man, you should put your money. Vegas has West Virginia at 6 games, 9-3. You should put your money. Someone freaking posted the betting website. I would have lost as usual. Yeah. But if I had to put my money on anything right now, it would be Deggy not making it past week 6 at the latest.
Yeah. I'll say, but that Virginia Tech game, that's a game that you can take him out. You don't have to start great. I don't think it'll be a high scoring game.
Yeah.
I think you'll be able to make a change in that game and still have a chance to win if you get better. The defense played good.
Yeah.
If the defense starts like that, you'll have a decent chance.
Hopefully this is the second half defense is the defense we're getting this year.
Yeah, the offense can't play like that.
Yeah. Dang, guys, I don't know. Let us know what you think in the comments. I don't know. This was going to be our Long Island preview too. I mean, West Virginia should win. That's our Long Island preview. You'd hope, right? You'd hope. Let's see Garrett Green for a little bit. That's what I want to see in Long Island.
Yeah, I think we're gonna win pretty easily. I think the goal for the day is because is the offense gonna look good this week? Yeah.
Mhm.
I would like to see more deep passes. I would like to see Garrett Green get in there. That's all I got for this week.
Concur.
You're not going to see anything else. You're playing a much less talented team. So,
Well, beat him down, I guess. Let's not make this one of these stupid close games when it shouldn't be. Yeah. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. Like, subscribe. If you haven't, check out our podcast from this morning where we talk about the Steelers season and our week 1 versus the Bills and all that stuff. Hit the notification bell so you know when our videos pop up all week because they're all over the place and we got great videos. Tell them how great it is. Aren't our videos great? I don't think we get it. They're getting better. You got to admit that. They're getting better.
They're getting better.
Watch those week 1 videos. Tell me they're not getting better.
We're old.
I mean, look at this. We are old. We're not as exciting as these young YouTubers. Anyways, if you like after that, I don't know, subscribe maybe. Go follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Let us know what you think or something. And we'll see you Monday. We'll see you this weekend. We'll see you this weekend. See what happens. Later, guys.